What are you clicking?
I'm just getting everything ready so I don't have to click. Just fucking relax.
I'm not gonna relax, bro.
You better relax, bro. All right, you gonna start?
Yeah, in a second. Cock stain.
Why don't you just edit key do the same intro? Like at least part of the same, or is that too?
I pretty much have the same thing every time.
I know, but just keep it the same.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, I mean, just use the same one each time.
Well, I can't because in the intro I'm talking about what we're doing for this podcast, so it's gonna be different. Whatever. I'm gonna start. Welcome to the Survivor Buddy System, the Philip Shepard to the Boston Rob of the Survivor podcast community. In this podcast, John and I will be drafting our biggest Survivor crushes of all time, both male and female. You can find us on Twitter at Survivor Buddies or via email at survivor_bs@gmail.com. Here's my co-host as always, John Grostadier. How are you doing today, John?
Pretty good. Just trying to make the best out of this awkward topic.
Oh, come on. We all have our crushes on Survivor, so there's no reason why we can't be adult about it and talk about it without being creepy.
Fair enough.
I know, but I'm sure you'll be creepy when you talk about Tom Westman, who you're inevitably drafting #1 overall.
Quit spoiling my picks.
Well, prove me wrong, because you have the #1 pick here, so let's see what you're gonna do. Now we're gonna alternate between male and female. So you can take male now, but you have to take female next.
Yes.
Whatever you want to do.
So I'm going to take a pretty obvious one at first. I'm afraid that she'll be your #1 pick.
Oh, don't snipe me, John.
She's considered the biggest charmer in Survivor history.
Are you really doing this? You don't even like her.
Yeah, Parvati Shallow.
This is a joke. You're doing this just to spite me, not because you like her.
That's probably true. It's probably true, but I knew you were going to pick her, so I just had to get her out of the way. I do love her, so.
You know what the funny thing is? I had a list of 8 women here, and we're each picking 5 men and 5 women. And I needed to figure out which ones I was going to get rid of. And the first person I decided to get rid of? Parvati. Just because I drafted her to my favorite players draft, so I figured why take her again. So I'm actually glad you took Parvati here.
Yes, I guess with my first pick, I'll also explain my criteria. First is obviously the attractiveness, but then my next 2 is how.
Oh, hold on. You're very shallow, John. See what I did there?
Eli, I've got three criteria.
Oh, come on, Parvati shallow. That was a pun.
Oh, I thought you were making.
You're not smart enough. I guarantee our 4 listeners did that right away.
Yeah, I'm sure. But then also, how would we fare at a bar or club? Like, how would that kind of go down? And then the third one is the romantic comedy movie night, how that would kind of work out.
She doesn't seem like the romantic comedy kind of girl.
I know, but her first 2 just kind of boost her up enough. But my worry with Parvati is if she's being genuine or not, because she kind of messes with guys. She doesn't really stay with them very long. She just kind of messes with them and gets rid of them. So that's kind of a little worry. Maybe she dumps me after couple weeks. So
yeah, see, I think she's gonna dump you and go to me because she listened to our first podcast and she knows who the real Parvati fan is here.
Yeah, and with each of my picks, I'm doing a romantic comedy. Most of them are romantic comedy themed picks. It's kind of hard to explain, but Parvati's is Kate Hudson, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh my god!
So, I choose a woman or man and the role in the movie that they're most like or what movie we'd watch together. So
oh my god,
I think that really fits Parvati well, how Kate Hudson tries to kind of get with a guy and prove that she can kind of suck him in and then dump him within 10 days. So I thought that was perfect.
That's pretty apropos, but I gotta say, you're scaring me a little bit here.
I did my research.
I thought I was the big romantic comedy fan, but apparently I'm not. We shouldn't get too off topic, but what's your favorite romantic comedy?
Probably Hitch. It's one I always go back to, or The Holiday. Kind of 2 not as popular ones, but I love them.
Mine would be definitely Maybe. That's my favorite.
I don't even know if I've seen that. So
Ryan Reynolds, come on now.
Ryan Reynolds is the worst actor.
No, I don't like it because of Ryan Reynolds. I like it because a lot of the actresses in it. It's just a good movie.
I know, but Ryan Reynolds ruins movies. He legitimately does. Like, what's
How's
that?
that one?
Sandra Bullock, the one with Sandra Bullock that he just.
I didn't see that one.
All right, our listeners will probably know, but all right, enough of romantic comedies, and let's move on to your first pick.
All right, so I'm gonna pick a man first, and I'm gonna do what you just did, and I'm gonna snipe your number one pick. I'm actually not taking Tom. I think you were gonna try to snipe Yul Kwan away from me, so I'm gonna go with Yul here.
I really do hate you. I love you.
Yeah, see, I mean, I did have Yul on my list anyway, so I didn't do this just to be a jerk. But I mean, Yul is like just the total package. He's got the looks, the brains, the cleverness. I mean, he was just a force on his season, and it's hopefully we have an all-winner season someday, so we can see him play again. But I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come back. I think he's accomplished too much to come back. He doesn't really need the money or need the fame after working with Obama. I think he can be too nice sometimes. That's kind of why I didn't pick him first. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, who likes their crush to be nice? I mean,
I know, but like see,
nice guys finish last, except for Yul apparently.
Like, I don't know. I like to talk shit on people, so I don't know if you'll ever say anything mean about people. Like, just kind of maybe be a boring relationship if I had to guess. But I do love Yul, so.
Who's better looking, Yul or Barack Obama?
Probably Yul. Since I had you on my list, I do have him with a movie. I have him in Tom Hanks's You've Got Mail. Not person-to-person relationship. I think he'd kind of thrive in that. So that's the one I chose for him.
I cannot believe this is happening right now.
You love it. Don't deny it.
I kind of do. All right. I guess that means you have to pick a man now.
All right. A man. Let's see. Gotta be a little strategic here. Not pick someone maybe I like the most, but maybe you like as well.
If you're basing your draft on who you think I'm going to pick, that just weakens your team. You got to go with your heart, John.
That is true, but with my next pick,
not my crushes.
My first male, I have chose Malcolm from Survivor Philippines and Fans vs. Favorites 2. What do you think?
That's a very chalk pick, John.
Yes, I'm going chalk early. I got my sleepers later in the draft that I'll be picking, but right now I'm just kind of going chalk, getting the best players off the board.
What do you like so much about Malcolm? Why is he so popular? I see the appeal, but I feel like he's a little overrated.
He's kind of he's perfect in almost every way. He's got the hair, he's got the personality, the body.
Whoa.
He can still talk, like he's very social. He may be a little too perfect. I may be intimidated, but I do.
I think you could handle it, Tom.
I'm not sure I can handle it, but if he gave me a chance, I wouldn't let him down.
Well, it's too bad for you. I'll be seeing Malcolm in a couple weeks for a Boston charity event hosted by Boston Rod. So maybe. I can put in a good word for you if you want.
Yeah, maybe I could like write him a letter and you can give it to him. That would.
Yeah, maybe like will you go out with me? Circle yes or no type thing.
Yeah, I guess that might work. For Malcolm's movie choice, I have him as Matthew McConaughey in Failure to Launch. He's kind of like that awkward. I could see him like living at home with his parents, but he's still a really cool guy. So he kind of falls into that role as well. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know how to respond to any of these movie choices here. This is just getting ridiculous.
All right.
All right. I'm going to pick someone who I don't even know if she's on your radar whatsoever, but I think she's quite possibly the most attractive Survivor player in history. She's a player who deserves to play again, who made the final tribal council, and, a nice little Southern accent never hurts. Chelsea Meisner from Survivor One World.
Yeah, I actually thought about her, but she's way too dramatic. Like, if I ever had to live with her, or date her, she just would cause drama all the time. We'd probably be having a group of friends over or something like that, and she'd be like, "You don't deserve to be here. Like, you need to leave." Something like that, I think.
Oh, I mean, yes, she was a little annoying at times when she was talking about like players that deserve to be there, and but I'm not gonna fault a woman for like having emotions or just I don't know. I'm not. Who cares?
I care because I don't think she's actually that cool. I think she's pretty boring, if I was to be honest. Like, she's got the look, she's got the southernness, but
I don't
I
think
don't.
she's got a little bit more personality than you might think. She did the Miss Survivor on RHAP, and she had fun with it. So she's got some personality, and she likes to joke around.
Yeah, she may have personality, but maybe not the personality I like. I like a more.
Well, I guess we're about to find out what you like because you're going to make your number one female pick. I'm very excited about. Actually, you already have your number one female, but I'm excited to see who your number two is.
Yeah. So without further ado, I will choose maybe the love of my life, Kim Spradling, with my next
Oh,
pick.
back to back One Worlds.
I know.
Does this mean I'm going to take?
Christina, you should
No,
go.
I was going to say. God, why can't I think? Oh, Colton. Maybe I'll take Colton with my next male pick.
Colton or Tarzan. Yeah. There's so many to choose from. Leaf. Leaf's
Yeah,
already.
Victoria's man over Tarzan. Come on now.
Shout out to Leaf. I love Leaf. All right, but Kim, she's kind of how I got the idea of the movie thing because she's exactly like Julia Roberts. Like, she's charismatic, she's a good listener, she's smart, she's a strong woman. Yeah, she's like kind of reserved, almost mysterious. She doesn't talk a ton, but she just has such a great personality. She's the prototypical girl in romantic comedies. Like, Julia Roberts is. I have her as Julia Roberts and Erin Brockovich. So, kind of leading a charge against corporations. I could see her really doing something with her life.
That's wonderful, John. Very touching stuff.
Erin Brockovich is amazing. I know you love that movie.
Seems like we've got a lot of winners going on. We've got three of the five people selected so far. We have three Survivor winners. I think we're elitists.
Or maybe we just like the people that go far. Like, they actually have personality and aren't just boobs or something.
Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna make my second male pick, and it's gonna be someone you're not gonna be happy about. Ethan Zorn from Survivor Africa.
Okay, I can live with that. He was on my radar.
I knew he's a favorite of yours, so I didn't want to snipe him, but I had to do it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just one of the most likable characters in Survivor history. One of the first seasons I saw. Great athlete, smart strategically, just likable. Someone you rooted for, and it was just hard not to like Ethan. And he's a guy who's overcome cancer several times. He's just like a Survivor icon at this point. So someone you gotta love.
Another winner, just as we mentioned that. But
yeah, that's true.
He's nice. I don't know how much personality he has. Like, he seems charismatic, but I don't know after like a couple weeks if that kind of wears off and we wouldn't have anything in common.
Hey, if he was good enough for the greatest Survivor winner of all time, Jenna Baraska, then he's good enough for me.
Jenna sucks.
Hey, take that back.
I'm not going to.
Clearly a better player than Rob Cesternino. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing. If you almost quit a game and then it's just.
No, I know. It's pretty clear that Jenna is probably the worst winner of all time, but Jenna's still great.
I would not consider
you can be a subpart winner and still be someone that is liked, and I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
The hate on Jenna's gone too far, John.
If you say so. All right. With my next pick, it should be no surprise to you. One of my favorite male Survivor players ever. He's also got the old hot guy going for him. It's Tom Westman.
Oh, another winner off the board.
Gosh, this is kind of crazy. All these winners, but his accent is pretty great. It might be the best accent in Survivor history. Like, there's others that are maybe better but kind of annoying. His is, I don't think, annoying, but he's like a strong leader, seems like a family man, someone you could settle down and marry.
I think you're just trying to appeal to the older demographic. You're just trying to get my mom's vote here.
I guess so. All those older people listen to podcasts.
I think I don't think old people know what podcasts are.
I know. My mom probably doesn't.
Although our moms are probably the only two people listening to this, so maybe we should be appealing to the older demographic.
All right. For my movie choice for Tom Westman.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot to ask.
That's the most important part of each draft pick. I have him as Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. What do you think about that?
How much time did you take thinking of this crap?
It just all kind of came to me. I started with Kim, and then I was like, I'm gonna do this for everyone.
I think I need to start auditioning for new co-hosts because this is not acceptable.
I mean, Richard Gere is kind of like the strong guy that Julia Roberts falls for. So I feel like any woman or man could fall for Tom Westman.
Yeah, I'm all in on Tom. I probably should have taken him before Ethan just to piss you off, but I didn't want to do that to you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem. All right, I guess that leaves me with my second female pick. I'm going to go off the board, and someone probably not even on your radar, but she might be the first person that I legitimately had a crush on in Survivor, and that'd be Dara Johnson from the Pearl Islands.
Oh, God. The only reason I remember Dara is because of you. You always brought her up, but she's pretty boring. Like, you've chosen a lot of boring people, in my opinion.
You know what? Maybe she likes to, like me, she'll like to cuddle and watch some Netflix or something. I don't have to go out all the time. My criteria is that I think she's incredibly adorable. Her southern accent, again, I'm not going to lie, I'm a sucker for that. And obviously the Survivor producers fell in love with her because they peppered the entire show with gratuitous Dara shower scenes, which I didn't complain about. But apparently I wasn't the only one who loved her.
I think you might be the only one who.
Oh, stop it!
Would actually, I don't know.
Come on, she made it far. She was a memorable character. There's nothing not to like about Dara. She's a sweet, cute, decent player who people forget about, and it's a shame because she was pretty fun to watch.
Are any of these relationships going to last more than like 2 weeks for Eli? I don't think we have much in common with these people.
I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't care if it only lasted 2 weeks.
All right, I guess that's true. Maybe this isn't someone you're trying to marry. I'm looking for more of the wifeys and the husbands, you know.
I actually haven't drafted my wife yet. I'm not going to get. Realistically, I won't be marrying Chelsea or Dara, but with my last female pick, we will be getting married. So watch out.
Okay. With my next pick, I'm going to choose another woman. She may not be in your radar at all. She's one of my favorites. She's been on podcasts before. I mean, drafted by Podcast of Us before. It is Sophie Clark, or as I like to call her, Side Boob Sophie, as they had to blur her side boob out of some scenes near the end of the season.
Wow, I did not see this pick coming.
Yeah,
Another winner. Jesus, John.
I'm sorry, but she's amazing. I love strong women, and she's one of the strongest. Her and Natalie Anderson probably top that list. She takes no shit from anyone, especially from Albert. Albert is just kind of her little pony through the ride.
Yeah, still one of my all-time favorite moments. We talked about this last time, the puzzle when she flipped out on Albert to pick up her puzzle pieces.
That was great. And also when she beat Ozzy in the final immunity challenge. And in an interview I listened to of hers, that Ozzy threw a temper tantrum for at least 15 or 20 minutes, according to her. This is according to her, but I'm going to believe her. But she's a complete badass. Her and Natalie Anderson kind of close together, but she is amazing. I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with her. And maybe she's not the most attractive Survivor player ever, but I was still attracted to her. It was weird because I was really attracted to her on the season. Then the finale, I was kind of less attracted to her. I kind of like the rugged Sophie Clark on the island.
Yeah, a lot of times the survivors look better on the island than they do on the reunion episode. That happens a lot.
Yeah, I think she got a little carried away with the makeup and hair.
I think she got better looking as the show went on. The longer she was on, the better looking she got.
But yeah, maybe we can discuss her gameplay more in another podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into her gameplay because I need to rewatch that season because I feel like she gets so much credit as a great winner, and I don't know if I really saw it the first time. I'm sure it was there. I just kind of missed it.
What I liked about her is she had a plan, and she kind of from day one, her plan was basically to get under coach's wing, kind of play up to his ego. And I just like the players that have a plan, execute that plan, and win the game. So, almost forgot. I have her. This isn't a rom-com, but because she's not really a rom-com girl.
Are you speaking from experience? Do you know her?
Hilary Swank in Freedom Riders is what I have her down as.
I actually saw that movie. Oh my god, that was the only one.
It was an amazing movie. I think I cried. I'm pretty sure I cried actually.
Knowing me, I probably did too. So I really.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I feel like she's really smart. I think she's in med school or was in med school during the season. So
Yep.
I feel like she could pass as a teacher. But yeah, I really love Sophie. One of my favorites.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to pick, with your last male pick, you took an American hero, and I'm going to take an American hero. Mike Chisholm from Survivor Redemption Island, Iraq War veteran.
I refuse to comment on this pick.
I don't know what's your problem with it.
He's like, your team is really boring. Your team is really boring. Every pick, I think it can get more boring. And then you take Mike Chisholm from.
Hold on, let me ask you this: is Mike Chisholm attractive?
I don't.
The answer is yes. Is Mike Chisholm an American hero? Is he a manly man? Checks all aboard. He checks every box, John. I'm sorry he's not adventurous enough for you or funny enough for you, okay?
All right. What's his role in a rom-com? Because I'm pretty sure he's never been on one. There's no one because they would never put someone that boring on a movie.
Last time I checked, there are no American heroes in rom-coms, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what I feel like a vote against Mike Chisholm is a vote against America. What do you like? Are you on team Ariana Grande? You hate America, John?
I'm on team. I like interesting people. So,
well,
if that makes me hate America,
you don't see me criticizing your picks, John.
Because mine are perfect.
Yes, they're totally perfect. Why don't you just make another terrible pick here?
All
I want to see what guy you're gonna pick that's so much better than Mike Chisholm right
now. Let's see. With my fourth male, I believe, I'm going to choose Tyson Apostle.
That's actually your third male, but good pick. Good pick.
He's possibly the most fun Survivor contestant of all time. He's just always having a good time, always messing with people. I love his sarcasm because I'm pretty sarcastic myself, and so I always love those players. He's also laid back, the long flowing hair. He's kind of like in the Malcolm mold where he's perfect in almost every way.
I gotta admit, you're out drafting me right now. I think you've turned me. Like I'm going way too much for looks here.
I know
Tyson's fun. Like who doesn't like Tyson?
He's the best.
Yeah. Can we redo this draft?
My rom-com. I have him as Vince Vaughn in The Breakup. Not really the looks, but Vince Vaughn's kind of like the sarcastic, like I'm pretty sure Tyson doesn't work. He's a cyclist, and Vince Vaughn in The Breakup just kind of sits at home and plays Madden all day. And so I could kind of see Tyson doing that, fighting with his wife, and kind of maybe not making things work. But
I can't believe I'm entertaining this crap and not muting you when you're talking. What is wrong with me?
I feel like I've cast a pretty good movie crew so far. So I feel
I'm probably gonna edit all this out just so you know.
You're such a dick.
All right. Man, there's so many different females that I want to take here. I'm gonna go with Andrea Belke, another Survivor Redemption Island pick for me. No comment on Andrea. Are you anti-Andrea too?
Okay, this is how your relationship with Andrea is gonna go. Like you're gonna be like, oh wow, this girl's really nice, and then she's gonna like steal your phone on like your third date and be like, have you been texting other girls? Like, what have you been doing? What you do last night?
I'm not worried about it because on my text for Dara, I'm just gonna change her name to like John Johnson, and she's not gonna suspect a thing.
Have you not seen Andrea play? She is one of the most paranoid players I've ever seen. It is.
All right, if I was with Andrea, I wouldn't even like look at other girls. Andrea, I love Andrea. She's gorgeous. She's sweet. She plays hard. She's good TV. Like, there's nothing not to love about Andrea.
Yeah, maybe like we go on double date with Meg from Big Brother 17.
But yes, I'm willing to do that as long as James from Big Brother's not there.
James, the creepy guy.
Yes, because he thinks she's Taylor Swift, and I just can't be having that.
Yeah. Well, enough of Big Brother. I'm not a huge Big Brother fan, so let's get back to Survivor. But do you have any rom-com comparisons that you'd like to throw out there?
You can't put me on the spot like that. You obviously spent hours on this. I can't do this off the top of my head. I do love rom-coms, but I can't like dig one up from my brain. Like, yeah, Andrea's like this one from that one. No, I can't do that.
Oh, I could actually. I think she's the one that gets dumped in my best friend's wedding.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what she's like. You're an idiot.
All right. Anyway, let's see. Back to the females. I love my next two picks. I'm pretty sure you're not going to take either one of them. This is one of my first Survivor loves. I'm pretty sure you hate her. I'm going to take Jerry Manthe.
I don't hate Terry Matthew. I agree with you that the hate on her was ridiculous. She wasn't even really a villain. I'm pro Jerry. I was never attracted to her though.
I don't really know why I like her so much. Like, I really love her, like, pre-merge Australia when her and Colby are together, and she's not, like, too over the top. And that's about the only time I really love Jerry, but
I guess the only question here is, would you let Jerry lick chocolate syrup off you?
I definitely would.
That's an image I really don't need right now.
Yeah, her relationship with Colby kind of makes me mad because I hate Colby so much. But maybe that she hates Colby so much we can bond over that. So I think this relationship kind of has a chance. And
I don't know. Coach might fight you for her.
the rom-com I'm going with another Julia Roberts because I love Julia Roberts. I'm going with Julia Roberts in my best friend's wedding. So
Yeah,
like
who doesn't think of Julia Roberts when you think Jerry Manthe?
kind of like an awkward relationship, but everything turns out well in the end. I don't have too much to say about Jerry Manthe because her personality is a little bitchy, but at least she has one, like unlike half your team. So
Okay, you know what? You can take that negativity elsewhere. I'm not shooting bullets at your players. All right.
okay,
Oh, God, I gotta pick a guy now. You know what? I'm gonna take Earl Cole.
okay.
I figured I should add a winner to my team to try to compete with yours right now.
He is cool.
Good-looking guy, smart, good talker. I don't know. He's just all-around package for Earl Cole, and another guy that probably doesn't get enough credit that he deserves.
So are you gonna have like a threesome with Yao Ming and Cole? Because I remember you picking Yao Ming in your best characters draft. So
That's probably not the threesome I had in mind in this draft, but I guess you could talk me into it.
okay. You really like that Fiji. I don't know if I'll ever.
It's just those two people. Well, Dreams was amazing TV, even though we all hated Dreams, but you got to admit he made the season better.
Yeah, I mean,
See, even the bad seasons have like great things about it. That's what makes the show so great. Even bad seasons have a lot of redeeming value, and every season's got some great characters. Every season.
okay. So now I need my fourth guy, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
You do have a murderer's row right now with Malcolm, Tom Westman, and Tyson Apostle. So I'm interested to see what direction you go here.
This player might not be the sexiest player of all time, as his pale skin would probably show, but I do love him. Probably my first male Survivor crush. He is Spencer Bledsoe.
You really do love Spencer.
He's my favorite of all time. I love his personality, all of his interviews, like off the season, like he's done with RHAP and Dom and Colin are all just amazing. He's very self-aware. He doesn't like complain about, oh, if this went this way or such and such. He like understands that like he made mistakes, and I just think he's a really smart guy. Like wears his emotion on his sleeve. Like I've seen a couple. He posted the YouTube videos of him doing the second chance campaigning. Mr. Survivor was awesome. He's a total package. Except maybe he isn't the greatest looking, but he is a really cool dude.
If you could set him up on a date with any female Survivor player ever, who would it be?
Let's see. Putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, I don't know why that question even came to me, but I feel like, I don't even know if he's single enough. I feel like he needs to be set up.
I mean, I don't want to set him up with anyone on my team because I want a chance with these women.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So I'll just I'll send him over to Andrea.
I knew you'd do that. That's not fair.
Back to me because that won't last. That won't last at all. So maybe send him to Andrea.
Well, now I have a reason to be.
Then that could be his rebound.
Well, now I have a reason to be suspicious of Andrea, not the other way around. You're just trying to like plant seeds in me and Andrea's relationship to tear us apart, and I don't like it.
All right. So my movie selection isn't a rom-com. maybe you'd call us a little douchey, but I have him as Searching for Bobby Fischer because he is a really, really good chess player, and he doesn't really fit the mold of a rom-com guy, so I put him as a Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Well, when you mentioned chess, it made me think of what's his name?
Marty Piombo.
Yeah, Marty Piombo, champion chess player.
Yeah, I heard Spencer beat Guillermo Vila as well. So.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
Since I have 2 females left, and I told you I'm going to save my future wife for last, so that leaves I'm debating between 3 people for my 4th spot here. I will go with Natalie Tenorelli, who I think is one of the most beautiful human beings ever walked.
I knew you were going to choose her. I knew it. I had a feeling. I was like, I thought about her, and I was like, Eli's going to choose her, and it's a terrible pick. So.
It is a terrible pick. I didn't even really have a crush on her. I just thought she was impossibly beautiful.
She just like, hey, she got to Final Tribal and was like, hey guys, I'm really nice. I didn't
look. All right,
really nice.
Look at it.
I don't care how old she was. That's what I know of her. That's what I know of her on Survivor. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get mad at a 21-year-old for being outplayed by Boston Rob, who was playing for his 4th time. Like, seriously, come on, give her a break. Like, seriously, she probably never even watched the show before either. Like, it's truly a shame she didn't get voted on for second chances, because this is a girl that deserves a second chance. It would have been fun to see what she learned her first time and how she would have played, and I think she deserved it over a couple of the other people who made it. I just think it's not unfair that all the crap that Natalie gets. Jesus.
Are you sure this isn't just like the nicest Survivor players of all time? Is that what you're going for? Or
I'm
most boring?
A combination of nice and sweet and incredibly beautiful is a pretty good combination. I'm sorry she didn't beat Boston Rob. Like, obviously she's terrible.
I think you're going for more of like the 1950s, 1960s wife. Are you like kind of an old school guy like that? Like, mom, she'll stay at home. She'll be nice. She'll kind of take care of the house. I kind of feel like that's what you're going for.
Natalie Tenorelli doesn't seem like that kind of girl. Like, she's not like, what are you talking? I'm not that kind of guy. What are you trying to pigeonhole into here?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to do, and I'm struggling right now.
There are other girls that maybe I had bigger crushes on potentially, but I like the girls on Survivor that get like unfairly picked on for no reason, and I feel like Natalie's one of those girls who she didn't it's not fair what people say about her, and she doesn't deserve the crap that she gets.
I should be happy, I guess, since it's going to be so obvious who's going to win this draft. So
whatever. You know what? You're just mad because I'm gonna have a foursome with Natalie and Andrea and Dara. So what?
Jumping foursomes already. All right, fair enough. All right, with my last pick, this will be a little bit of a surprise. Off the wall pick. I'm going with Jeff Probst.
Was your last male pick, you mean? No,
yeah.
Hold on. No, you gotta pick female right now.
Really?
Yeah, you just took Spencer last round. You have to pick your final female. Last time I checked, Jeff Probst is a penis, and I have been checking.
All right. Well, then, since I have to go female.
Way to spoil your pick.
I know. I'm sorry. I messed up. I was like the Denver Diva pick. I had to like her. I bet no one gets that. No one ever.
Oh, if someone's listening to this podcast, they're a diehard Survivor fan, so they know exactly what you just said.
Okay. So my last woman probably surprises you. She's a little bit like Jerry. It's Corinne Kaplan.
Oh, yes. Corinne is all sorts of fun.
I love Corinne so much. Like on Rob, she comes on Rob each season and talks about the cast. She's a little over the top, but she does say some pretty cool things. She's not afraid to say anything. I feel like we just spend our entire day just talking shit on everyone else in our lives, and it'd be great. It'd be so great. I'm
interested to say. Nice people. I'm interested to see what you and Corinne would say about me if I were cast. What would you guys say about me?
I remember Gabon's speech where she's like, "I hate nice people," and I totally agree with that because they're so boring, especially on TV. Like in real life, nice people.
Well, that's why I'm not getting cast on any of these shows anytime soon.
I know, but yeah, she has a lot of spunk, and that's kind of what my team is, like Jerry, Sophie. I really feel like she's one of the coolest people to ever play Survivor. She's probably not the best, but she's pretty attractive, and I could definitely see myself like going out to the club with her. Like that's definitely a 10 out of 10. Going to the club or going to a party with Corinne. I don't think I'd ever forget that night.
All
Yeah,
right, so
mad about her.
no, I think Corinne's is so much fun. I love feisty people, and she's entertaining.
All right.
Gotta
Can
love
you guess what movie character I compared her to?
I haven't even seen this movie yet, and I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say Amy Schumer in Trainwreck.
Close. Actually, I don't know if it's close at all. It's Emma Stone, Easy A.
Oh, great movie! I love that. Huge Emma Stone fan.
I could totally see Corinne doing something like that in high school, like just because Emma Stone's like kind of like a bitch in that movie, but she's still like a badass as well. So I kind of like that movie, and I feel like Corinne would fit that role pretty well.
With my final male pick, I'm gonna take Jeff Probst. No, I'm just kidding. What would you do if I took Jeff right now?
I'd have to research another player.
See, in full disclosure, we did a practice podcast once, and we did hottest male survivors of all time. So that's like the list I'm going on right now. But these aren't even people I like. So I have no idea who I'm taking with my last pick. So I'm just gonna it's like I needed to do full research on this because I'm sure there are people that I actually like that I'm not attracted to, which I would pick here. But I'm just gonna go with John Mish from San Juan del Sur.
Oh my! Are you just trying to sabotage your team?
I mean, he's a wine drinker. He's very sophisticated. I mean, I need to be classy for once. So I'm gonna hope John Mish can change me into a classy man who drinks wine.
You don't have a chance to win this draft. I'm sorry. You have.
I told you I wasn't prepared for the male portion of this draft because there were the guys that I like, but I didn't want to pick. I didn't want to just redo my favorite characters draft. Like I could take Cochran. Like I was so in love with Cochran when he first played, but I don't want to take him again. So whatever. I'm gonna pick new guys, and John Mish it is.
All right, dude, honey, y'all let me take the credit. Can't let them take the credit. Like, oh my gosh, like Eli, I made a really good dish, and you just said that you made it, but I made the chicken fettuccine. Like, you can't just steal the shit like that. Like, let me have some credit.
Are you done?
I'm done. I'm sorry. I don't like John. I don't like your team, so.
I don't like my team either. I like the females very much, but my overall team is not strong.
Like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, are you just like a hit and quit it kind of guy? Or are you just gonna like? I don't know what you're.
I'm not gonna answer these questions. Andrea Belke might be listening.
Like maybe like you're gonna have fun like going go-karting once, but is the relationship really gonna last?
You seem very concerned about my relationship. You should probably be more concerned with your relationship with Parvati because right now she's probably flirting with someone else.
Yeah, I don't care. I've got plenty of other women and men that I could go with.
Okay, interesting. All right, why don't you pick your last male contestant, and I wonder who it could be.
I'd like to pick Papa Bear from season 23, South Pacific.
Yeah, I think you meant to say Jeff Probst.
Yeah, I did meant to say Jeff Probst.
Actually, no, I think you meant to say Ralph Kaiser.
Ralph Kaiser, Mr. Back Hair himself. All right, but with Jeff Probst, even though he's gone through like 15 years of this, he's still looking good with that plastic surgery, and the Botox has worked. I don't have a ton to say about Jeff Probst because he's kind of like the same character in each season, even though he does have some growth, but there's no like greatest Jeff Probst moments, I guess, per se, that I can pull out of my hat.
You really can't go wrong with Probst. Like any guy that's good enough for Julie Berry is good enough for me.
Yeah, I feel like my best part of my Probst is that his movie selection, I have him as Harrison Ford in Presumed Innocent, where he like cheats on his wife and like I don't know if Jeff Probst cheated on his wife, but he did get divorced. So I don't know if we should jump to too many conclusions, but something didn't work. And so I don't know if you saw Presumed Innocence, but
the only time all I know is I view Jeff Probst as a character on 2.5 Men, but that's just me.
All right, I guess he kind of fits that as well. But yeah, Jeff, like Harrison Ford, and then let's edit this part out. I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't think we're gonna have to edit hardly anything.
No, much better this time.
Yeah, who'd Ryan pick? Oh, it's my pick again. Quintana, all right. Mesoraco, Jarek McKinnon.
No, so
Some interesting.
draft's been moving in the last half hour.
Yeah, so I got to pick when I get done. Let's see.
Are you done with probes? Why don't you just wrap it up, just in case it needs to be
Yeah.
wrapped up?
Yeah, and then the presumed innocence also about a trial as well, murder trial. And Jeff Probst is always at tribal council trying to get the bottom of stuff. So I just kind of felt like
I see what you did there, John. Very nice.
yes. All right.
I can't wait till I never have to hear you talk about.
Movies again.
Yeah, this is not good. So I'm gonna, with the last overall pick in the draft, I'm gonna pick my future wife. As we know, I like females on Survivor that get unfairly picked on. So I think you might be able to figure out who my next pick is.
Cass McClellan.
No, Eliza.
Eliza. Oh, Eliza. She's fine. At least she has personality. She kind of like fits like with Jerry and Corinne, so I can't hate on it too much. But I feel she's a little more annoying than those two. So
Yeah, I feel like she must have got picked on so much. She must have been just annoying to be out there with or something. But I mean, come on. Like, she didn't really deserve that. She's a sweet girl. She's attractive. She's a very successful lawyer. She just gets an unfair rap in the game. And I think she was great TV, great character. The underdog. It was fun rooting for her. I really like Eliza, and I'd love to spend the rest of my life.
yes, it might be your best pick of the draft, but I don't love Eliza, but I also don't hate her as much as some other people probably do.
She's also really fun to follow on Twitter for Survivor rewatches. Why don't we talk about the picks that we considered? Do you have any females that were close to being picked?
I could have taken Courtney Yates, who I just love in every single way, but she's not really all that attractive. Same with Cochran. I really like them, but they didn't do well in the attractiveness criteria. So
Yeah, I have a long list of females I considered because I'm a pervert. I'm a huge RC fan. I think she's very attractive and feisty, and I don't know. I just loved RC, and I really want to see her play again. Julie Berry, someone I considered. Brenda Lowe, I considered. I also could have considered Ciara Reed from Tocantins, who everyone hated her, but I thought she was insanely gorgeous. So, but she didn't seem like the most sweet girl, so I didn't want to pick her. Also, Jen Lyon, the rest in peace. I was a huge Jen Lyon fan. Tragedy that she left the world too soon. Natalie White, Stephanie Valencia. I'm surprised you didn't take Baylor Wilson because we all know how much you love her.
yes, I can't just take the same people in every draft.
Yeah.
So I'm mixed up a little bit with Courtney and Baylor not making this one, but I'm sure Baylor will make it on the greatest players of all time list, so she'll have her time.
Of course. Any guys you consider taking?
I guess Hunter Ellis from Marquesas. I thought about Ozzy, but his personality's just brutal. Joe Englam from this last season and the next season too, but he doesn't. I don't think he has as much personality as like Bryson or.
Would you have drafted Joe Anglam as a male or female?
I don't know.
I considered Jason, Jeff Kent.
Of course, you would consider Jason. He was each episode. I was like, Jason, this guy has to have like something interesting about him, but he just like sit there, complain, and not do anything about his position in the game the entire time.
I also consider Reynold Topher from Caramoan.
Oh god,
That's a good-looking dude right there.
sure.
One of the greatest three-man alliances ever.
Reynolds, Eddie, and Malcolm.
Yes. What was the alliance called again?
Maybe the build
Was it like the Bro Alliance or something?
build a bar with our money alliance with dogs, the dog bar. That was great from Eddie.
Well, Guess that wraps it up.
All right, ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how to wrap it up. I'll click. I'll wrap it up in a second. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what to say. We're at like 43 minutes right now or something.
Yeah, we didn't record. This one's pretty short.
So that will do it for today's podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Survivor Buddies or via email at survivorbs@gmail.com. Let us know which team you think wins. Give us ideas for future podcast topics, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys.
All right.